little thing to stop spinning. And we're live. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. This is the birthday stream for me. It is my birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you for joining us. My guest today, Bossk Bounty. I'm here in Australia. Australian Eastern Standard Time is 5 a.m. Over there in the land of UK, I think it's about 8 p.m. Is that correct?
8 p.m. indeed.
Excellent. Thank you. And if you didn't know, aka Bossk Bounty is also known as Tim, so I'll probably refer to him as Tim most of the night. First up for the stream, what can I say? Oh yes, acquisitions. What have we picked up lately? You may have seen a couple of videos. I want to start with mine. Is the retro collection. I love the retro collection. I know Tim loves his vintage, and it's very similar. These guys. Thoughts on it? We're definitely live, aren't we? Yeah. Comments. I better click on the comments bar so I can see some people. Oh, what I'll go through today, guys, is just we'll do a bit of show and tell, talk about the new releases from Hasbro that were from May the 1st, or that Hasbro Friday 1st. What's it called again? Fan First Friday. That's correct. They did that. Friday. And then right at the end, we'll do some questions, some Q&A, just for an hour. And thank you for joining us all here. The populating. I see lots of people. Jack, David, Carl, Maximilio, Dioramas, SW. That's Joe. Star Wars Nerd. Martin, Mario, Cameron, Delvian. Yeah, a lot of names we see.
All familiar names.
Very familiar names because they're dedicated fans. That's why. Anyway, let me get into the rest of these guys. I do have a green screen, guys, but the green screen ain't going the best. It probably needs more natural light on behind me, not so much a lighting kit. But that one there, completely sold out in Australia because everyone who pre-ordered these figures, a lot of people just did that figure, and so the rest of the wave they're still available. But these guys, Boba Fett especially. Lando Calrissian. I do like the fact that he's got a vinyl cape. I just like that. You know, it reminds me of the Vader. Reminds me of the Jawa and Princess Leia. Han Solo with the pink face. Yeah, I said he's the most least favorite out of this for me. Yeah, out of all the figures, he just comes off as like, a bit naff. There's Princess Leia. So get a little light on that. No. I love that card back. Love that card back. And finally, Luke Bespin.
Oh, that's the best one. Best one of the lot. Yeah.
With the yellow lightsaber.
Yeah.
So, look at me. So professional. I'm just...
I've got to say that the retro collections definitely won me over with the Empire Strikes Back wave. I was a little bit...
So Star Wars one was like... Meh.
Well, I don't know. It's just that shock of them doing it, isn't it, really? But the Empire Strikes Back ones look amazing. It's got to be said. Mm. They do look good.
I do want them to bring them back again. I don't want to have to wait till we get to the anniversary of Return of the Jedi. Wait 3 years for another wave. And the other thing I have, everybody, is Hoth Ice Adventure playset. Ice Planet Adventure playset. And it doesn't roll off the tongue too easy. But the card back for this is the same one they're going to use for the 40th anniversary Wave 2 Luke Snowspeeder. Take him out like this. There we go. I just love that card back. Like, it's an image we've never seen before to go on a card. It's just brilliant. But a very generic kind of figure in there.
Yeah, they've done a good job. They've done a good job with the card back.
They did.
Very nice.
Just the back of the cards are quite dull. All right. And Tim, you had something to show?
Well, the only thing that came this morning, which I was very lucky to receive, I did do a video for it, which was the Hasbro kindly sent me that, which is very nice. Which is very nice of them indeed.
It is. It's really lovely.
All the 40th figures are in there, obviously. I got this recently.
Yes, I saw that in your video, and I was like, oh, wow. So it's a Masters
so this
Universe
is
spin on it, is it?
Yeah, I quite liked it, and it's a guy called Delicious Again Peter on Instagram. And when I saw it, I think there's only 20 of them.
You got a one of 20.
Artwork. Yeah, I've got number 3. I did try and get number 1, but he's having none of it. Somebody had already booked it. So, but the figure can't move. It's like a resin or something, so it doesn't. It can't move. No,
it's all right.
But it's
not coming out of the packet because the packaging is just brilliant.
It's a decent colour. It's just a bit of a quirky Bossk for my Bossk collection.
It's a brilliant Bossk.
The only thing that I've really got recently was a bit of a grail item for me, which is this is a Palatoy. So generally anything with the Palatoy logo, just
because you guys in the UK love that Palatoy logo.
Yeah. There's a thing called the Palatoy tax, and anything with a Palatoy logo on it seems to go for a bit more than the Kenner stuff. And because it's in the UK, you always get like a clear bubble usually. So a lot of the Kenner bubbles go yellow, but those ones seem to stay nice and clear. So very happy with that.
Me too.
On my collection.
Straight in there.
But that's it. That's a bit really. That's about all really at the moment that I've got. I'm just having a look around.
And your room behind you is coming together nicely, and we're looking forward to a room tour. We've heard about it for weeks and weeks. It's on its way.
Yeah, it's not. It isn't finished. I've actually given you the best side of it, So I've still got some space up here which I need to do. My cabinets are nowhere near finished, so this is a detailed cabinet. I've actually bought some extra shelves for it, so you can put these like acrylic shelves. Yeah. So, but I don't want them too close together because then you obviously won't see what's going on.
But then again, you don't want a shelf that's massive. You got 3.75-inch figures, but you got about 12 inches of space.
Yeah. So I've got a space. I've got a space map nicely. I've got 3 that I'll probably put 2 in that one, and I've got another one this way, which I'll put maybe 1 in, just to break it up a little bit, because some of the shelves have got vehicles, some have just got figures. So, yeah.
Oh, what I was going to say is, you can probably see on the screen, it's a birthday stream. In Australia right now, it is the 5th of May, because we're 5 hours into the day. We're in the future over here. And it is my birthday, the 5th of May, not May the 4th, but we are celebrating May the 4th because that is the rest of the world is still in May the 4th, I guess.
Yeah, still May the 4th.
It is. Happy May the 4th to you. So shall we move on to the figures from Hasbro? This is the Fan First Friday. I got to remember that one. Let me have a look what I got. I have. So I'm going to share that pictures. Start with. I can't even see him on my screen. Yes, I can. There he is. Let me share that screen. Is that up on there?
Oh,
there we go. So this figure. Oh, let me check. Sorry for me clicking around. I'm still not used to this. Oh, look, I've made it go away, and you got all my things listed on the side. Oh, dear goodness. Live streaming. So is he on the screen now? No? No,
not yet.
Goodness. I've knocked that away, haven't I? What am I doing? Tim, help!
Do you want to open, maybe open up a window of the previews and then share that? So close that share and then open them up in like a Windows. What you want, a Windows machine?
Yeah.
Yeah, so image preview or whatever, and then share that screen, I'd guess.
So yeah, open up that again. But when I click it, it goes away. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, stop sharing that window. There we go. There we go. Is it back to yet?
Now on your computer, open up the images and then share the images.
Gotcha. Oh, I'm working this live streaming out. See, my videos come together so much smoother, don't they? Let me find my images again. Is it there?
46 Zone, happy birthday, Mike. Keith James, happy birthday, Mike. I'm just going to read out your birthdays while you do that, Mike. David Ballin, happy birthday. Mario Cortez, Eggman Studios, hi Stu, how you doing, mate? The Jesus, happy birthday. Neil H, happy birthday. Bradley Harvey, hi Bradley. All saying happy birthday, mate.
Oh, thank you, everybody. I'm sorry I can't get this sorted properly. So.
Martin Roskilly, that is live TV for you. It certainly is, mate.
So I click there. No, all right. I click there. There. Now if I go there and then share screen, and click on there. I just want that one. Share that one. Hey, is that won't work now?
There we go.
Hasn't come up
got
yet.
it. Yeah.
Yay. Oh, well, this is the D4. This is the Black Series. I assume it's D4. We haven't got proper. They call it the Deluxe, but is it the Deluxe D4 and not just an exclusive? This is the one that I had the tip off of. It's like, oh, excellent. And I love the fact that this thing can do a handstand, but for all us inbox collectors, I don't know if I will do a handstand with mine. I may have to get two to take it out and fiddle with it. The arms on this thing is much, much better than everyone complained about the double elbowed thing that he had for his 3.75 inch figure in the 3-pack. Remember that? Yeah.
Yeah. It came out in the Black Series. They didn't even update it for the 3-pack. It's a bit of a shame.
And now they finally have.
They like it. They like it to hold the satchel, don't they? So it's quite difficult to do that, to actually hold the satchel properly. Because
you need more than 90 degrees in the elbow. You need to.
Yeah. You need to go right up.
Like that. Yeah. So this figure I will be getting. There's the box art. Lovely. Luke Skywalker and Yoda Jedi training. I think it'll be in a box about as thick as probably the D3 or even that Emperor Palpatine, really big chunky box, if it's got to fit all that in.
And did I hear you say, Mike, that this is going to be in wave 3 of the 40th? Are they going to put him on his own card as well?
Yeah. So when wave 3
without Yoda.
Without Yoda, just Luke on his own with his new card back, his Dagobah card back, which will probably be the image of him with Yoda on his back, though. Yeah. It's supposed to be the one that they showed a prototype image at the last convention. I think one of the last conventions they had up on the screen and said, oh, this is the fan vote that we picked Luke Dagobah. And everyone's like, another Luke, because he beat Lobot. And I haven't heard any word about Lobot coming.
No. So Yoda's been made smaller, obviously, for this pack. But then when you get the card back, you don't get the Yoda, so you can't use the bigger Yoda that you've already got, can you? So to really get it, you've got to get this, and the card back one. I think you've got someone spamming the chat there, mate. You might want to get rid of him.
That one.
Can we get rid of him? Yeah.
That one. That. How's that go? Did that work? Oh, this live stream investors. There's my little one there. Did that work?
Well, it's going to be a little bit delayed, so. This is where you need moderators, you see.
Oh, I gotcha. So we can still chat. Oh, what did happen to my audio then? Went all the way up. There we go. No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, this is fantastic. That's going great guns. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I want to hide that off the screen. No, I don't want. Okay. Oh, jeez. How do I unpin that? Everybody help. Okay. Hide. Take that off. There's Bricktop Vader. That's off the screen now. Can you still hear me? The audio
just
changed.
Yeah.
My audio just changed really, really differently now. Yeah. I can hear. It's all good.
I don't know whether it's delayed or not. I don't know if it's delayed or not, but there's still in the chat. Can you see it?
New comments. Yeah, mine's really laggy. It's something probably because we're about 10,000 miles apart, but I should be able to do this quickly. Yeah. Is the stream lagging to you at all, Tim?
No.
I say that because for me, the ticker across the bottom is jerky. For me, it's not flowing very nicely. It's jumping about. And so my comments on the side aren't flowing as nice as they should. All right, let's move on to the next picture. So go to let's go on to, did we look at the individual one? Hang on, we go to here. That one. Can you all see that one? Oh, we're still looking at Luke. We are we?
The shares stopped.
Oh, let me try that again. Share screen. I need not just a moderator for the chat, I also need a producer. There we go. Have we got Vader? We got Vader, the carbonized collection.
Yeah.
So this one, people who love the carbonized stuff thought it's not too bad, but it could be better. I've noticed now, as silly as it is, all this time later, every carbonized figure has to be a helmeted figure. There's no humans with human faces. Everyone's got a helmet out of every character we've ever had. And people are like, blue Vader? It goes back to that earlier one that we've had where it was the Emperor's Wrath with the purple head. Now we're getting the one with the blue shimmery shine to him.
Yeah.
And
I'm not sure about it.
The box isn't totally radically different from what we're used to. It comes off as kind of like the second sister, one of the earlier carbonized we had. Same kind of box art where it's like, other than the 40th anniversary logo, that same black or blue or whatever color it is. But yeah, some close-up image. Look at that snazzy outfit. Yeah,
it's weird. It's weird. Yeah, I'm not sure about it really, but obviously the carbonized figures, I think a lot of people just keep them in the box, don't they? A lot of it's about the box.
Yeah.
But as you say, that box doesn't look too carbonized, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it just looks.
And also, what you were saying there about the helmeted figures, obviously, I think because I never even realised that myself, but I suppose if you had a person's face and then you glittered it up, it wouldn't look great, would it?
Yeah, that would come off as
it's good for the helmeted figures.
Because I can't see him doing like a Rey or Luke Skywalker. And it's like, how would you shine their face up? It would look bizarre. So I saw this and I'm like, this is why we get helmeted figures. And it's Vader again. Oh, that's another picture of him. Yeah, that one. We looked at that one. And that's the close-up of his, blue.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It really is. It's a lot bluer than I thought. When he had it on the screen and he was holding it up, it didn't look that blue, did it? But in the glam shots, it really is blue.
Yeah. I sat there and watched that whole Hasbro thing with him. Yeah, the two guys when they talk for Fan Force Friday. I tell you what, early in the mornings, my brain just doesn't click into gear. I'm not as slick as I'm normally used to. All right, we'll move on to the next picture. So we'll come back there. I do this also very slow, don't I? So we go there. Next one is, your favorite, vintage collection. Now, I'll just go back and show him on screen again. Where is he? There he is. Yeah. And this is everyone's disappointed because we knew we're getting this vintage collection figure. It is Luke Skywalker, Stormtrooper. Is he on screen yet? There he is.
Yeah.
Because he came out of the Destiny 3 pack. Yeah, it is bloody good card back. It is.
Yeah, it's just the image they used for the original one. The Power of the Force card. So
that's right.
I must admit as well, the glam shots as well. He looks a bit grainy, doesn't he? The card back looks a bit grainy, a bit like the Yavin card.
Yeah.
But again, when he held it up, he had it in his hand, and when he held it up on the live stream, it looked pretty clear. So I'm hoping it's going to be a bit clearer than that, because he looks a bit dark, Mark Hamill there, doesn't he?
He does. He's got a tan.
You know what I mean? It's the contrast isn't right or something.
Maybe because he's wearing that Stormtrooper outfit, he's so white, his skin just does that. They don't want to. That's what I'm thinking. You know, when I wear a white shirt, I look like I've been to the beach. I look all tanned. It's probably the same thing happening here. Yeah. So it's another good Stormtrooper. It's one of those ones that you can just put into the army build. You can put 20 of them in there, and if they're all so authentically good, you can't tell that that's the one with the removable helmet. You might get him confused with the Han Solo. If you put them side by side, the Han Solo in Stormy and Luke in Stormy, and hopefully no one can tell the difference which is which.
Yeah, I think it's just the back of them on the belt, isn't it? I think the Luke's got the grappling hook, and that's about it, I think. To be honest, both my Han Solo and Luke Skywalker Stormtrooper ended up being given to my son. He just wouldn't stop going on about them, so I had to give him. So I've got them, but they're on my wall somewhere on card.
Excellent.
Yeah, but it'll be a good chance to get him loose. Good figure.
I'm glad that arm, that 90-degree arm, it can hold a helmet. It's going good.
Yeah.
All right, that figure there. I don't know why that's the only one they did. Hopefully next Friday when they release more figures, they give us some more TVC. But yeah, this is the only one they revealed in vintage. It's like,
well, we definitely know we've got 3 more, don't we, in the next wave in December. So
yes, that should be Hondo, Anaka,
Hondo, 5,
Chirrut Imwe,
5s, yeah, and then Jedi Luke, which we know about. So we know we're definitely getting 3. But what surprised me this year is that we've had no retail exclusives for the vintage collection, have we?
Not at all.
In previous, well, last year we had quite a few, didn't we? We had like Lando, Skiff Guard. Yeah. He was the Luke Yavin, I think, was an exclusive.
Yeah.
There's a few others as well, I'm pretty sure. Minbam Stormtrooper, but that might have been the year before. But we've definitely had some, but we haven't had any this year, have we?
Yeah, we had quite a few. Even the
mind you, we've only had 4. Mind you, we've only had 4 figures. So
that's our last picture of Luke. Yes. So now we can move on to the next picture. Sure, that one. Who's up next? Oh, this lovely pack, the Forlorn Zuckuss. Let me see if I can.
Yeah. So let me just. Here we go. Look, here's the vintage collection one.
The real deal
exactly
one?
The same.
Oh, it does.
So obviously on this one, it's got the Star Wars Celebration sign there, and the vintage collection on the corner. But it'll be exactly the same. So when you open it up,
look at that with Velcro and everything. Yeah, it's just beautifully designed.
Yeah, it'll be just the same as that, but obviously in a 6-inch, so it'll be quite big.
Yeah, another 4 inches to that in girth.
But obviously the Forlorn or the Zuckuss, because I had a lot of people in my comments saying, "Oh, we've already had that figure, but it's a different Zuckuss," or Forlorn, whichever way you want to go around it, because this one is based on the Kenner figure. So if you look at him, he's like he's just like the Kenner figure. Whereas the one that we've had in the Black series is like a dark brown, isn't he?
That was a very hard figure for people to get. I still don't own one, but yeah, people, especially in this country, went to the ends of the earth to get that figure.
So the Black series one's more like that.
Lovely. Oh,
so it will be a different figure for people to get, which is quite good.
I heard someone who's a Star Wars fan try and pronounce Forlom as Forlome, and I was like, I'd never heard it pronounced like that. I know everyone has different ways of saying things because of accents and that, because I always get told about the way I say Boba Fett. I always say Boba Fett, and people always pull me up on it. Yeah, I heard Forlome, and I'm like, Forlome? That's how we pronounce it. He was a Star Wars fan too. You might say it the same way, everybody.
Well, I've heard some people call him 4LOM.
Oh, even the initials. There's that box that you just shown me. Yeah, is it identical except for the size and that 40th Empire logo on it? Unreal.
Yeah, this one, as I say, this one's got the Star Wars Celebration logo at the bottom there, and obviously the vintage collection there.
Where they've got nothing on the bottom there.
But they've pretty much, replicate it in every way, really. Very nice. Very nice. They'll look good together anyway.
Have we another picture? And we've got loose image too. Hey, 40th anniversary convention specials that are going exclusive to Amazon. Amazon. Oh. Yes. Australians, we're not the biggest fans of Amazon, but have we got any more? And
so the one on the left there, Zuckus or Forlom, whichever way you want to go. I'm not sure if they've done anything to that figure since they released it in the Black Series. I have got the Black Series one, but I can't remember them saying whether it has changed at all. But obviously the one on the right is completely different, isn't he?
Yeah. Yes, it's much lighter with these bug eyes. It's fantastic. So what's the next one? Oh, I know the next one is excellent. I'll go back to this. I keep shutting off the screen to go back here. Need this one and this one. Go back to this one. I click that. Lots of clicking to do. Application window. Share that screen. There we go. Han Solo Carbonite. 0 points of articulation. Another convention special. Yeah, I got this image on white back.
Is he?
Yeah, because it would be normally at a convention of sorts.
Yeah.
So they're just giving it to Amazon. I don't know which convention it would go to. Because how many do they usually give for Star Wars? The San Diego Comic-Con usually have 1 or 2. But I only like this because of the card back. Like, I don't know if they put that carbonized block inside a red and black box. Would I be like, yay? Yeah, it wouldn't do a great deal for me unless you've got like a proper, I don't know, carbon freezing chamber diorama that you're starting up and you need that piece. But yeah, other than that, having it on the card back looks good.
The problem is, though, it's the Return of the Jedi image, isn't it?
That's straight out of Jabba's palace.
Yeah, so they couldn't wait until 2023 for the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. But
interesting choice, isn't it?
that's okay. I'm all for them doing that anyway, because I wouldn't want them to just create a card back for it. I think they should always stick to the Kenner cards where possible.
I gotcha. Yeah, that's the stand. Yeah, have a look at this picture. I was looking at it earlier. It's a little bit hanging off the ground. The stand on the left looks like it's off the ground, and the far end is actually a good how many degrees lower than the other end. Wow, I would have thought if they're going to take these pictures professionally and give them to us, they would have made it look a bit more, I don't know, not as it's got a way about it that's like, oh, is that really going to do that? Because over time, the weight of that's going to bend that stand. Hanging right down to the ground. Yeah.
Looks good like that, though, doesn't it?
It does, because it's got to be like the way they carry him. Now we need Bespin guards, I suppose. Yeah, a couple of those.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, in both lines.
So close that one. Go to my next one. This one is, I come back here and share the screen. I'm all over the place, aren't I? Go here, Black Series, Camino, Clone Trooper. Now, as someone who doesn't watch Clone Wars, I was unfamiliar with this character. It does look very cool, though. A lot of people are like chuffed that they're going to get a clone in 6 inches now. Apparently, he looks like this in season 6, but season 7 he looks different again. Is that right?
I wasn't aware of that. I've watched the Clone Wars, but I wasn't aware of that.
Oh, that's what I've read somewhere on someone's Instagram post that he looks different in the next season. I'm like, oh, I'm not watching the show. I don't know these things. So, but other than that, figure looks damn good.
I know the artwork of Series 7 has changed, especially in the last maybe 4 episodes, because it's obviously getting very close to Revenge of the Sith now, and that sort of crossover. If you haven't watched it, Mike, you really should. It's so good. So
I know. Good. Worst Star Wars fan ever. I've watched 6 episodes. I know that. Season 1, I got 6 episodes in. I wanted to enjoy it with my kids, and my girls weren't having it. They just it wasn't for them at all. They did enjoy Resistance, the cartoon that no one watches.
Yeah, that's going to be on Disney Plus now, isn't it? Resistance.
Yeah. Oh, we've got season 1 here in Australia. I don't know if season 2 is hit yet. That double gun in it, brilliant. One of these days, Hasbro's going to send me these pictures. Yeah, there's a few pictures I've like surprised that I had a few extra pictures of one, and then I've only got 2 of the one. It's odd. Someday they'll work with me.
The amount of times I've sat there editing a video with the images that I've got off of the internet, and then just as I've finished and I'm about to load it, the images drop in the inbox, and I'm like, I needed those 2 hours ago, you know? I'm not doing it all again. I'm just putting it out like that. That's it.
I know. Let me see the next one. 6. Number 7 is, so these ones here that I'm going to show you now. If I share my screen again, this one, I've only got 2 images of the Rogue One Stormtrooper. That's all I got. I think that's all anyone got. They're getting a little bit slack with the Black Series inbox glam shots, because there's still that whole lot of the next wave with all the Jedis, the Anakin, Obi-Wan, Kit Fisto, Plo Koon. There's no boxed image glam shots at all.
No. I haven't got the box art of him. I've probably got about 4 images of him in different poses, I think.
I got this, that. I got 2. But you get the idea. It's going to be the definitive Stormtrooper. But that for Disney, that must be great, because then everyone would, like, instead of gravitating to the old OT Stormtrooper, it's like, oh, they're going to get our Stormtrooper. Yeah, in a way, they're like, oh, the Rogue One Stormtrooper is the definitive one to collect. It's like, it's the one everybody wants. Even though there was a Stormtrooper, I think number 48 in the Black Series, the Imperial Stormtrooper looks pretty similar. I think the little bit of design on the helmet is a little bit different. That's about it.
A few people in my comments sections have, because I always go on about the Rogue One Stormtrooper quite a lot, because I do love the figure, and they always say, why have they painted the grills blue? Why didn't they keep them black? And I'm like, you know, you can't have everything. I quite like them blue. I think they look cool.
Yeah, it's nice. But I guess Disney created their own Stormtrooper. Obviously, they're one of the first order Stormtrooper to be the one that they wanted. But yeah, this one is the one everyone sort of loves. All right, he closes that one down, and we'll move on to the next image. Speed. As we get the next images are. I can flash through these quickly because they won't be action figures. It is our Boba Fett prototype armor helmet. They only just bought the Boba Fett helmet out, and now we get word that we're getting a prototype version. It's like, it does look cool, but you have to be a dedicated Fett fan to want to get this. And I'm assuming it's got the same functionality with the rangefinder, having the electronics in it.
Yeah.
A ton of images of it.
A lot of people were hoping for a Mandalorian helmet, weren't they? I think.
Maybe they can get this one just painted up. Chrome.
Yeah, probably.
But these things aren't cheap either.
No,
I think
they're not really my thing. I haven't got any of the helmets. I must admit, I don't. They're not really my thing. They're just too big as well. I wouldn't have anywhere to put it.
For all the fans who just collect helmets and sabers and don't collect figures. I mean,
I'm sure they're brilliant. I've seen a few people with them or whatever, and they do look. They are really well put together these days, aren't they? The Black Series helmets, but I don't know. I just would not have room. Simple as that, really.
Yeah, I pick up that Boba Fett helmet when I go into that store, and I'm like, oh, look at $240, and I'm like, oh, I'd like it, and then I'm like, oh, do I really want this in my collection, or do I want figures? Because as an inbox collector, I'll collect the helmet and leave it in the box, and people will be like, what? It's very odd. Yeah. So what was on the next? Oh, the archive vote stuff. Now, before I click on the image and share the screen, click on that one. What was I going to say? Did you vote for the archive collection 2021 action figure?
I did.
You did.
You want to know what I voted for?
Yes.
I voted for Commander Cody because he is really, really expensive on the secondary market. And actually, a friend of mine,
and it will be
a friend of mine was saying that the thing is about that figure as well is that people that never got it in the first time round don't realise that it hasn't got a head underneath. It hasn't got a removable helmet like the Rex, and the Wolf, and whatever. So if they do bring it out, they can really update it, and instead of just doing facial scanning or whatever, they've actually got to give it a head. So that'd be awesome, because then you'd have all of them, then, wouldn't you? You'd have Gree, Wolf, Rex, Bly,
Fox.
I haven't even got my Bly out of the package yet. Does this helmet remove? I don't know. I haven't even got him out of the pack.
You're asking an inbox collector here. I don't know.
Someone in the chat will be able to tell us. Does Bly have a removable helmet?
Yeah. So I voted for. Everyone say, "Oh, why? Why?" Oh,
Can I guess? Can I guess before you say it?
Okay.
I think you voted for Slave Leia.
Where'd it go? It's coming. Come on, get on the screen.
Boom.
Yes, an update of that one. That would be lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, my two small ones that I have, I don't have a vintage one. I think that the two figures I have of Slave Leia, one is Power of the Force, and the other one is a Saga. I think it's a Saga one. In the blue carded.
What's she called on the box there? Just Princess Leia?
It says Princess Leia slave outfit, and then it's got written in French.
They won't be able to call it that anymore, will they?
No, it'll have to be Jabba's prisoner. Jabba's prisoner Leia.
Prisoner Leia or something, yeah.
Prisoner Leia. With accessories. I've never seen a prisoner carry a wheel and knife thing like that. But yeah, I'd love that. I must have picked up an international picture of it because it's got La Série Noire. Yeah. La Série. Yeah, it's got Spanish and French on it, does it?
I think the three that I've heard the most are Cody, Slave Leia, and Greedo, because I think Greedo's quite hard to get again.
Yeah.
So it's those early ones. It's those early ones, isn't it? And that's kind of isn't it?
Orange box stuff, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
with all these orange and black stripes. The other one I wouldn't mind would be the Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think they could just do him, the old school like Jedi version, and just swap out the heads with the Commander Cody, Clone Commander Cody. Yeah, I said that in a video once. You could just swap the heads out, but yeah, if you're bringing a whole new figure, I'd just rather update her face. her arms, if you look at her arms, they look like that Luke arms from the D4.
They do, don't they?
Yeah. You can't tell where the joints are.
Yeah.
How about that? All right. Close her down. And what we're going to move on to next. I'll have to go back here. Oh, just a couple of pictures I was going to share. This is from the just new stuff. So share. Can I open that one up? Because this dropped yesterday, what I'm about to show you. Application window, that one. Share that screen. I was like, wow. Hot Toys. This is the Boba Fett vintage color version. And for all us Aussies, the word color, I've moved around too much. Yeah, COLO. Yeah, there's no U. We need the U in there for the Aussies. It's correctly spelled.
See, I've actually got an issue with this figure.
You do?
And, yeah. I think it looks like a middle-aged cosplayer is like. He looks a bit fat.
He's frumpy, fat. Yeah.
Do you not? You know, we shouldn't say fat, but he looks slightly overweight. If you look at his legs, especially, I think his legs are either a little bit short, or they're too wide, especially around the sort of hips. You know, below the hip area, the thigh area. I think it might be the next picture. If you got the other pictures.
No, I've just pulled the one up.
Right. There's another one where he's standing there, and I'm thinking, why is everyone going mental over this Boba Fett? He looks fat to me and like too short, but that's just.
I'll tell you why I didn't notice. In Box Collector, I looked at the box. I looked straight at the box art. I didn't look at the loose figure standing on the stand there to look at that. And then there you said that. I can't unsee
you see
it.
What I mean?
It's a frumpy, fat-legged, funny cowboy stance.
Yeah. And he looks short, doesn't he? He doesn't look like he's got sort of any height in the figure between maybe the stomach and the hips or the groin. Yeah. It's like a body just stuck on some legs.
Yeah. Out of proportion.
Mm. Which I thought was a bit weird for obviously is it a Hot Toy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot Toys exclusive.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And here I'm thinking, I thought that deco was brilliant because it looks like that 40th anniversary Fett that we have. And I'm like, the color, look at the box. And the box just got me too. It's like that. I love that chase around it and the fire on it. I was all excited for this now.
This one's loads better.
Yeah. It's
loads better.
Classy. It's brilliant.
Sorry, Hot Toys.
You almost got me. You got me at the box, and then I looked at the figure, and I'm like, I'm out. I have one Hot Toy figure, as you know, it was gifted to me by a mate locally. He's just come up and goes, "Oh, do you have Commander Greer?" I said, "No, I don't have any Hot Toys." Here you go. I was like, what? I was blown away with his generosity. I just couldn't believe it. Yeah, just handed it to me. You can show this on your videos.
Commander Greer as well. Nice.
Yeah. Next figure is. Hey, what do you want to talk about these? Because I just want that figure so bad. Beskar Armor Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And where they very closely posed it, almost to the same as the original one.
Yeah. It's a decent figure. I personally actually prefer his original armor in terms of just like in the show. I prefer it when he's bowling around in that. But there's no, the Beskar, they've got it decent. It looks good.
Yeah. Do you know what it reminds me of? The brown reminds me of he's a cowboy, and then now that he's in the Beskar armor, he's the sheriff. It's almost he's leveled up his game. Yeah,
he's upgrade.
That's what I think about when I see that figure. And obviously, being a vintage fan yourself, you want that Beskar armor in the vintage collection as well, like me. I'd love to see that on vintage card back.
Oh yeah,
and to scaling.
They've got to do it. They've got to do it, haven't they?
Yeah, they don't want to leave too many 3.75 fans upset that they don't get enough. They go, here, Black Series, you get all this, and then it comes to vintage, and it's like, oh, you.
Well, judging by the comments on the live stream, I think they need to do more for the 3.75. They were getting hounded. A little bit.
Yeah, I saw briefly as I'm going through, because when you watch the stream back on a delay, you still get the live comments, and it's just filled up with just requests for 3.75 inch figures. I was like, wow. And a new image. We've got a new image coming up here. It is Barbie dolls. I found this on Twitter just before I started the stream last night. I know that is Ray, C-3PO, a Stormtrooper, and Chewbacca. I kid you not. Yeah.
Is that Mattel?
That is Mattel.
Yeah.
I'll zoom in a little bit more. Yeah.
I need to leave that alone, don't they? Who the hell is going to buy that?
The last three that they had, which were Vader, R2-D2, and Princess Leia, they sell for 250 Australian dollars. So these will be 250 Australian dollars each.
Just because they're so rare, they didn't produce enough of them because they knew they wouldn't sell.
$1,000.
They're an instant rarity.
Yeah, so I was going to stick this image into my upcoming news video when I get around to it, and I thought, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, $1,000 worth of dolls I'm looking at right there in Aussie dollars. So it's £500 worth for you.
But what do they retail at?
100 US. $100 each.
Oh, right, that's the retail price. What you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah, disgraceful, isn't it?
There's nobody's going to buy those, are they? Really?
You got to be a dedicated fan of Star Wars and Barbie. Yeah.
Delphian Seek, not that far from the Spice Girls. He's absolutely right, isn't he? Look at that. That's crazy. Oh, yeah. You just need you do have the blonde. Yeah. Give her actually blonde hair instead of white, and you do have the Spice Girls.
You do. Show that on the screen. That's brilliant. There's his comment. Show. There you go, Delphian Seek. Awesome. Now we can drop the pictures and just do a little bit of Q&A and what you think's coming up for the future for us. I'll get the Spice Girls off the screen. Let's hit that one. There, back to us again. Yeah, what do we got? 47. We got 13 or so minutes of questions. You guys can fill up the comments in there. Oh, there's Raymond Z. How you doing?
Hey, Raymond.
All the way from Texas. I don't even know what time it would be in Texas right now. I would say 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Does that sound about right? Is that a question from Joe? 247. Oh, there you go. Thanks, Raymond. Here's a question from any of you lads heard any more on glam shots of Hondo or Fives? No, we haven't. But it would because they haven't officially been revealed, we won't see any shots. And I don't think they would give out any. No. In the old days, a figure could almost go right through Hasbro, find itself on a shelf in, say, the Toys R Us in Hong Kong, and a photo will be leaked of the figure. But nowadays, it rarely ever happens like that anymore. Rarely ever happens.
That still happens with Lego, doesn't it? Lego Star Wars.
Yeah.
Some guy in Germany or something will just find it on a shelf.
Yeah. And then Lego get upset about the pictures being floating around the internet.
Yeah, they do. They told me I put a post up for all the October 2019 sets on my website, and I was kindly asked to remove them.
They're all straight onto it.
Yeah,
it's amazing how they can find them so quickly, because you're just one website in a sea of websites, and they're straight onto it.
Yeah.
Oh. No. There we go, Jerry.
I'm hoping it won't be too long to see glam shots of the next wave. We've already got Jedi Luke, so Hondo and Fives and Chirrut. It can't be too much longer. I would hope maybe
1 or 2 Fridays away.
Yeah, maybe a couple of weeks, month. Hopefully, you know what they're like though. They'll just drop one and another. So,
sure. Any word on Carbon Freezing Chamber yet? No. for a playset, that should be. They're going to save that for a certain time, aren't they?
It's definitely a thing.
Definitely a thing.
I'm hoping it drops soon because I've been going on about it for so long. But it is definitely
still asking you about it.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Where is it? Where's my carbon freezing chambers?
Yeah,
it shouldn't be too far away. Another question. Mario, let's put Mario's question up on screen. Should I pick up a big Millennium Falcon now or wait for a possible Empire Strikes Back announcement? Ooh, that's up to you, buddy. If you want to get the big Millennium Falcon, I'm thinking you're thinking about the Legacy one from 1996, that one, the giant one. If you see a good price on it and you've got the possibility to get one, I'd go for it, because if you're waiting for Hasbro, you could be waiting a long time. Yeah, just think they still bring out Chirrut Imwe, and how long ago was Rogue One the film? It was such a long time ago. It's like, yeah, you can wait a long time for certain things. So waiting for a Falcon, it might happen soon, it might not.
Yeah, the same source that I heard about the Slave One did mention the Millennium Falcon. So
definitely the Legacy one. They're going to do the Legacy one.
Well, the Legacy one is the Vintage Collection one from 2011 or 10 or whatever. Comes with Chewie in hand, doesn't it? And has the bit like you get in Solo with the escape pod.
Oh, the escape pod, that's right.
Don't take my word for it, though.
That actual vehicle appeared in the first season of Stranger Things. But Stranger Things is set in the 1980s. So instead of using the old Falcon that came out in the early 80s to show in a show that's set in the 80s, they used that big Millennium Falcon.
I remember seeing that on the screen, really. Is that what happened?
They used it on Millennium Falcon. Yeah.
Didn't use that one,
continuity, yeah. Another question. We go. What did Raymond? Raymond loves his Luke figures. I know he does. We need more background guy. No more Luke. Raymond said to me time and time again, sick of bloody Luke. No more Luke.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. Well, 2 more before the year's out, mate, in the Vintage Collection anyway. So
Luke figures. It's a question from Thomas. Do you see Hasbro creating unique sculpts for the gaming greats figures such as Starkiller from The Force Unleashed or Bastila Shan from the Old Republic? Those figures, the 2 characters you mentioned, are definitely good for that set, because they'll be like, they're gaming, they've never been done before in Black Series, and that'd be perfect for the gaming greats. I don't want the gaming greats to slow down either. And also, apparently the Shadow Stormtrooper is going to be released on GameStop in the US today. That's what some people are writing. And I found it on that GameStop in Ireland, and it said the 18th of May. But the rest of us, we have nothing to go on. We nothing in England that say it's coming soon. It was on it was on Star Action Figures.
Yeah, we got pre-orders for the Shadow one the other day in Demand Toys, I think.
Did they take it off the site? You know how some of them listed it and then all of a sudden they took it off. They took the image off the site. Yeah. They did for Star Action Figures. They had it listed as a pre-order and then they took the picture off. Yeah, bizarre.
Raymond Z, are you saying that you need Jiran Woof and Nikto in the 6-inch line? Is that what you mean?
That sounds like your 3-pack. Didn't you? Yeah. Like video. I love that video. It's a good idea. I like your idea about your the clones. Have 3 clones in a 3-pack. That's perfect, because they come in a bunch all the time.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about the old Evo packs that they used to do, the Evolution packs, where you got like a Phase 1, Phase 2, and then maybe even a Stormtrooper, perhaps. I don't know. I was thinking about that. That'd be quite cool. So if you had Phase 1 Rex, Phase 2 Rex, but then if you had Rexes, then you wouldn't be able to have the 3rd one. So I don't know. You maybe just have a Clone Trooper, Phase 1, Phase 2, and then a Stormtrooper maybe. So you've got that sort of life of that. But I'm not sure if people would really want to go for that. But I think a Jabba's 3-pack or something with 3 of the goons would be awesome.
That would be. Is that?
He said yes. So yeah, he's talking about Well, I need a Duran in 3.75, mate. So.
Martin Roskilly. Should I still collect 6-inch Orange Wave or start collecting the classic 40th anniversary cardback versions? What do you prefer? Oh, the 40th anniversary cardbacks, because they look like vintage, that's probably the way to go. Like, because that Orange Wave that you're talking about, that we showed a picture of layer before, eventually over time, a lot of those will be re-released anyway. They'll get updated and re-released, I'm thinking, in the archive line, because they won't stop the archive line because there's 3 years until we get to Jedi's anniversary. So we've got to have at least, we had 2 waves already of archive, and we've got 3 years, so six different waves of archive coming. That's a lot of figures. If they're 4 figures each.
If you think about they're doing a wave of archive figures, and we're only going to pick one, then they're gonna use all the other suggestions as well, aren't they? Because they're gonna go, okay, this one won, but we were gonna do Greedo anyway because we know he's like 200 quid or whatever. Or we were gonna do this one, because there's no point putting Chirrut Imwe in the archive line, is there? Do you know what I mean? They need to be of a certain age, those orange lines or the blue.
Yeah.
So the Bossk one's a very good example, because that used to go for 100 quid, and then suddenly you can get him
in the archive line for 24 Australian dollars. Beautiful. Yeah. Oh, you've even got yours in acrylic. Oh, lovely, lovely. I showed a few archive lines on a video the other day, and I was like, I grabbed just the first 3 I could grab out, and I slid out, and I was like, looked in the back, and I saw the Bossk, and I thought, Tim's going to be watching my video. I should grab that one. I ended up holding up the Biker Scout, I think, in the video.
It's a great figure, though, isn't it? The Bossk.
Oh, yeah. As my daughters call him, Lizard Boy. Yeah. The girls, they come up with those. But one half portion guy. My 7-year-old loves that name, 1/2 portion guy. That's the guy who says to Rey in The Force Awakens, 1/2 portion. So he is just known in this house as 1/2 portion guy.
Platt. Yeah.
Is that Ram's question there? A Goon 3-pack would be outstanding. Yes, it would be. Because if they do a really, really obscure one, it's like they think that no fan will buy it. They only think the collectors will buy it. But if you put like a character that people sort of, I remember that guy's face, but you put a really obscure character in a 3-pack, they're all sell all together. That's supposedly what would happen.
And that 3-pack they brought out for the Skiff Guards, so that had 2 repacks and a new figure. So if you're going to go down that way again, a really good one would be the Weequays. So if you had Weequay Skiff Master and the actual Weequay, and then you could give us the 3rd Weequay that gets chucked out the window of the barge, as the new figure, because those 2 Weequays are so expensive.
So the similar way where it's all on the vintage, not in a special 3-pack. You're talking about the nice pack where they're all on vintage card and they're all packed together. Yes. Yeah. So if you want to break them out, hang them in the
cards are expensive now on the secondary market. The 2 Weequays, and then you get a brand new one as well. So that'd be awesome. But I mentioned that to somebody, and I think somebody said, "No, we need new figures. Stop releasing old figures." There's people that want them, because nobody wants to pay £85 for the Weequay Skiff Master on eBay, do they? Nobody wants to do that. So they can pick them up for $13.99 or 12 quid as part of a 3-pack, But yeah, I do understand that people want new figures, of course, but where the whole conversation of smart repacks go, isn't it?
Vintage collection in Australia is $25 a piece. So 4 figures will cost you 100 Aussie dollars. They don't miss you. Any more questions, everybody? I know what we can. Yeah, we're nearly time to say goodbye. Bricktop Vader, talking to Raymond. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you, Tim, for finally. I've unboxed you. I've unmasked you.
Yeah.
people may tune in and be like, "Oh, who's this guy?"
There you go. You had the exclusive.
Exclusive. Amazing. What's the only thing I'm looking forward to now is the next Fan First Friday, where they're going to reveal a few more. That's obviously coming up on. For me, it's like 2 a.m. Saturday morning. Why 2 a.m.?
It's not guaranteed to be Star Wars, though, is it?
No, because they could do 1 or 2 Star Wars or 1 Star Wars, and then go, "Oh, look at all this Ghostbusters! Look at all this GI Joe." It could be like that.
Just be all Marvel and nothing else, you know. I know.
Not to be downer on the Marvel, they do some great work, but yeah, when I don't watch the films, I don't know who these characters are. I'm like, Deathlock? Who the hell's Deathlock?
When I went to the Hasbro press event thing in New York, literally most people there were there for Marvel. I felt really out of place sitting there. I was like, am I the only person that wants Star Wars here? And then in the theatre thing, where you're all sitting watching the show, when they were doing all the reveals, a lot of it hadn't been leaked, whereas all the Star Wars stuff had been leaked. Every time they revealed a new Marvel figure, there's people cheering and crying, going, "Yes!" and all this. It's mayhem. So I think we sort of take it for granted that, you know, that everyone, or we just expect everyone to be Star Wars, don't we? And then forget about everything else.
Yeah. Is that then when they revealed like the power droid and the Luke Jedi, when they brought them out, people sort of had to tip off that they were coming anyway. So it was like
the whole yeah, there was like one thing I think in the Star Wars thing where they just kind of knew. So it was a bit of a damp squib really, because there's no surprise element of look at this, look what we're doing, look what's coming out. Even though I knew the stuff that was coming, I was going, yes. The power droid came up, yes. Just to give them some love, you know.
That's right. Yeah, that's awesome to see that figure. Yeah, I remember I said it should be the one from the Mandalorian, but no, it's definitely the one from the OT. The power droid. Yeah, there's a power droid scene in the Mandalorian. There's an episode where you can see him in the background.
Yeah.
Not obviously the same one.
Can I just answer Mario Cortez's question there?
Where's Mario's question? Oh, Tim. Yeah, put that on screen for you.
So I have to be selective, my friend, because I don't have enough room for everything. So at the moment, I don't have any of the sequel trilogy on my wall at all. I've had to omit some of the original trilogy collection, so I haven't got Lando up there with his green torso. I haven't got the R2-D2 because he's on the Return of the Jedi card with an Empire Strikes Back logo, which really looks odd to me. So I've had to admit him. And as more come out, yeah, I'm going to struggle. I must admit. So I will have to be a bit selective. So before I did this room up, I used to have doubles of things, like double name pills, you know, where you've got the multi-language and the not and any variants and things like that. I'm looking up there because up there I've got Luke Besbin, and as you probably know, he came out in the original trilogy collection and the vintage collection, so the card backs are exactly the same, but the figures are completely different. I just thought there's no point having two next to each other. It's just a waste of space. So the original trilogy collection one's in a box, it's gone, and I've just kept the vintage collection one, which is it's actually been re-released, hasn't it? Has it been reissued recently? It's to come, isn't it? Or did it come out the other? Yeah, it's to come, isn't it? It's
Wave 12 vintage.
So what will be happening is the one that I currently have from the original vintage collection, he'll be going in a box, and the new one with the nice new face deco will be going up there because I just haven't got the room.
We all need more room.
Yeah.
And yeah, you have seen the video of Nick, Only One Kenobi. He's starting his wall again in his new place. I watched the video and I'm like, wow. He's got this walk-in wardrobe that he took the doors off and he's using it as shelf space and it's all around. Oh.
Yeah. He actually sent me a link to a offline video as well, where he's looking around his second room with all his loose figures. Have you seen? He's doing a good job. It's going to look awesome. It will look awesome. He's got a little more space than me, which I'm very jealous about. But
he's moved into his mansion.
We can only work with what we've got, can't we?
We can. Shall we wrap it up there and say goodbye to everyone? Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Usualmike. Don't forget to smash like, hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and go over to Bossk Bounty's channel, give him some love, subscribe, watch a few of the videos, and we'll see you in the next time we make a video. Well, not a live stream. We'll do another live stream at a later date, but we'll obviously be putting out a few videos every day. I don't like to go more than like 5 days without a video. If I get too long without a video, I got to put something up. I have to put something up. Now I know how people with Patreon feel. They got to put out a video for the Patreons. Got to keep it up. All right, everybody. Thank you very much, and thank you for the birthday wishes. Appreciate it. All the best.
See ya.
See you all.